the American who tried to buy Manchester United in the 1980s. So in 1983, an American billionaire called Malcolm Glazer made an offer to buy Manchester United. At the time, the club was in huge debt and had just been relegated out of the first division, which meant that they were no longer one of the top clubs in England. And this made it really easy for Malcolm to come in and buy the club for a very cheap price. But who is Malcolm Glazer, and why did he want to buy Man United? Well, Malcolm was an American billionaire who owned the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, an NFL team, and he'd always wanted to own a British football club as well. And when he heard that Man United were in financial trouble, he saw an opportunity to buy one of the biggest clubs in England for a very cheap price. He offered to buy 51% of the club for around about $10 million, but soon after making the offer, he increased it to 75%. But by the end of the year, he'd actually withdrawn his offer completely. So why did he change his mind? Well, when Malcolm first made his offer, the Man United fans weren't too happy about it. They didn't like the idea of an American coming in and buying their club. And so, to try and win them over, Malcolm went to see the chairman of the club, a man called Ed Woodward. And he said that if he was able to buy the club, he would invest millions of pounds into the team, and that he would bring the club back to the top of English football. But despite his promises, the fans still weren't happy. They protested against him at every opportunity, and they even held up banners telling him to go away. And it got so bad that Malcolm's face was put up on a billboard at the side of a motorway near the stadium with the words "traitor" written across it. And so, after all of this, Malcolm decided to pull out of his deal, and he sold his 25% stake back to the club. And since then, he's never tried to buy a football club ever again. But what happened next was even more crazy, because not long after Malcolm pulled out of his deal, another American billionaire came in and bought the club. And that man was none other than the infamous Joel Glazer, Malcolm's son. To this day, the Glazer family still own the club, and they've turned it into one of the most valuable football clubs in the world. In fact, Forbes currently value the club at over $4 billion. So had Malcolm's deal gone through, it's likely that Man United would be worth a lot less today. The craziest part about this is that both of these deals happened within a space of just 2 years. So if you want to hear more crazy football takeover stories, stay tuned, because in the next few weeks we're going to be releasing a video every single week about the history of Man United. And there's some absolutely crazy stories that we're going to be telling you.